I really enjoyed The Butler Did What. This is the first segment of the 10th episode of the 15th season of Arthur. And Muffy wakes up one morning and Bailey is not there to bring her breakfast. And she begins to realise that she doesn't actually know anything about Bailey other than he's a butler. And she realises that while she thought they had a friendship, she didn't give, she only took. And I think that that's a really important lesson. I think it's a good chance for anybody watching it to take stock and kind of assess whether or not they're a good friend. And Muffy isn't a good friend because everything's about her. And obviously that's a butler's job, but it doesn't mean that she can't also take an interest in Bailey. What happened with Bailey and where he went, I rather enjoyed. I thought that was a nice way of saying butlers have lives too. Servants have lives. People who work for you have lives, and any employer can do good to remember that. I kind of worked out why he'd gone away, or kind of what he'd done. I hadn't worked out why he needed the time off, but I kind of assumed that he hadn't just abandoned her and could loosely work out what might have happened. But I was still keen to see why exactly. And I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was I like Bailey as a character. It was a nice way to get to know a little bit more about him, but also teach Muffy the lesson that just because Bailey is a butler, it doesn't mean he's not a real person with interests, and there's no reason why she can't take an interest in things that he likes and ask him about what he's interested in, and find out more about him as a person. I think it's something that we never really see with this. We often see Bailey having to do ridiculous things for Muffy, and the show often highlights the fact that it's a ludicrous job sometimes, but it never really shows us who Bailey is beyond that. So I think it was a really nice opportunity to do that. I was also very curious about where he'd gone, so it definitely kept me engaged. The Butler Did What may not be an all-time favourite, but I still enjoyed it.